Hello? Am I live? I do believe I am. How you doing, guys? Alright, let me do social media stuff. Alright, there we go. We're finally gonna make it to Kugane. All we have to do is board a ship, and we're there. Pretty simple. Asterisk. Alright, no face cam because, I'm gonna reveal something. I found my old Logitech webcam, and that's what I'm gonna be using for Final Fantasy XIV streams. Yeah. Turns out trying to play an online MMO while you're also, using a, what is essentially a Wi-Fi connected webcam, kinda gives you a few issues. So, I decided to hook up my old, Logitech webcam. I tried connecting the iPhone via USB, but the laptop doesn't want to register for some reason if it's connected via USB, so I'll just use the Logitech. Looks okay. I had to get some certain settings adjusted, but actually looks kind of halfway decent. So yeah, I've also have it mounted to the MagSafe mount that I use for the iPhone, but yeah, seems to be doing just fine. It's positioned just a bit higher than the iPhone usually is, so hopefully there's not too much difference in the angle. All right, let's log in. Am I going to do the holiday stuff? Probably not. Not on this character. Live chat. There we go. Is it going to show up? There we go. Hey, there it is. The on-screen chat decided to wake up. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna go on ahead and adjust some windows. There we go. Things look good. Yeah, there's one more spot I haven't done this for yet, so let me do that real quick. Alright. Close that, close that. Things look good. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna head to Kugane today. Eventually. I spilled a little drink. Stuff's actually not bad. Old House Farms vanilla chai drink. It's actually on sale for a decent price, so I just picked one up. All right. So we're eventually gonna get to Kugane, but we have a ether current quest, so I'm gonna take that first. Alright, blah blah blah, just give me the quest. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be, but it is! Throat Garot, the Griffin's Bane himself! I'm sorry, what? Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Balestar's— Oh, that douche. Bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess. A pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castrum Oriens? I'm helping with revolution. Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. It's such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Ah, goodness me, where are my manners? Tala Moko, military records officer at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you only need ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Castrum Oriens, we discover a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garleans. Prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugated new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonments or even escape, but we could find no other documents to suggest what became of them. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them. Not just for our own records, mind you, but for our their loved ones as well. Do I have a napkin anywhere? Whatever. It's not much. It's not a big spill, but still, I don't want to stain the desk. With that, this were a recent incident, though. It'll be no easy task to ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Anata have called these lands home long before even the Alamegans came to settle here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go find people, I guess. See if they're living or, dead. Oh, the Anata, the snake ladies.
Alanican prisoners captured 20 years ago. Yes, I remember. When the Garleans gained their foothold here, they interned any and everyone. Striders, Anata, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them.
Let's see if I can find a settlement in the south. Oh, probably Bitter Mill, then. Oh, there's more map down that way. Cool. Anyway. Yeah, there's a few quests I want to take care of before I get to Kugane, before the ship to Kugane. It's this Ether Current quest, and then a couple of level 60 job quests. The one for Red Mage, the one for Warrior, and probably the one for Dancer. Now, if I had known I would be taking Dancer on this character, I probably would have named my my Lalafell Elton John, because I'm a tiny because I'd be a tiny dancer. Oh, hi. Oh, cool. Going ahead and kick their asses. Damn. Nice, got them both at the same time. I heard some banging upstairs through my headphones. Ah! Hi. You okay? Goodness, that smarts. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training. Though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane. This was a magnificent display. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, Garlean should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers only raised more questions. If we're to make sense of any of this, we must search this place from top to bottom, after my heart returns to my chest. Remember your breathing exercises. Oh, cool. Another one, I guess. I'm just gonna keep going with this little, quest line, then. If it keeps on giving me this, icon for the quest, I'm gonna keep on taking it. I fear the battlefield's no place for a bookworm. If the gods are kind, we'll encounter no more further distractions. Let's hope so. I'll lock a door. Got some feety prints. Footprints, some of them appear to be fresh. Are people still living in these abandoned, rundown looking buildings? Cloying stench of rotting debris fills your nostrils. Oh. So there's probably dead bodies in there, if I had to guess. Let's hope there's no stenches coming from this one. Oh, let's get rid of that. This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. Oh. So people might still be living in this house. I don't know. Oh, okay, Grizzly's going that way. I was concerned. Ah, throat, thank goodness. I found someone while inspecting the houses. He seems unwell. Unwell? No, definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine, but what of you? Little girl dressed in strange clothes. Quite strange. What? You have some nerve. Regardless of how I look, I'm a rank officer of the Order of the Twin Adder. Thank you very much. Now, who are you and what business do you have here? Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. You are you, but who are we? Yes, we would like to know very much. Uh-huh. Did I enter a dimension to Alice in Wonderland or something? Remember. Yes, something about this place. Something familiar. Quite familiar. Throat, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he's not from this place. Considering he's Elzen, he's likely a Gridanian escaped from the Garleans, or perhaps... Could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Garlean soldiers from before. We need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir, would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than these dilapidated houses. We may be able to help you recover your memory. Memories, sweet memories. Yes, we would like them very much. Alright then, let's take him to Castor Morians. My browbeating commander will likely wish to meet you. I suppose can't be helped. Being in captivity for that long has done stranger things to people. You know, if I were being chased by a bear that large in real life, I would probably be wishing I'd be wearing brown pants. Because, yeah, in any other situation, that's just downright terrifying. God. Wow, that's a lot of burrs. Really? I was trying to get behind you. You're not supposed to have an aggro, you're not supposed to have aggro settings like that. Alright, let me see. Okay, so I've got 2 of the 5. Possibly one of the missing soul prisoners, you say. I suspected such wild claims from Lieutenant Molko, but if you would corroborate her report, perhaps this more investigation. Till further notice, he shall stay under the protection of the Eorzean Alliance. Lieutenant Molko gets his man a hot meal and a warm bed. When he's had a bit of rest, let's see what he knows. A bitter mill in the Garleans. It should not be long before we reach a resolution to all this. You're free to wait here until she finishes questioning our new detainee. Okay. Alright, cool. Let me switch to another job so it sucks up the experience. There we go. Oh, I need to be level 61. Booey. I imagine Lieutenant Molko has finished questioning the detainee by now. Go and see what, if anything, she's learned. Alright. Alright, what have you found? Fortunately, he can recall absolutely nothing of his past. The only thing he's certain of is that he escaped from Garlean captivity. I'm beginning to believe he really is one of the missing prisoners. But where does Bittermill fit into all this? I fear we've reached an impasse. It's not as if we can ask the Garleans what they were doing here. Or perhaps we can. The soldier who escaped us earlier must know something to have been prowling around the area. He has to be taken into custody. Come, Throat, we must speak with Serpent Marshal Brookstone about assembling a search party. No stone can be left unturned. No Brookstone can be left unturned. Sorry about the pun in advance. Or dispatched reconnaissance team after reading Lieutenant Molko's report. I thought it'd be prudent he be apprehended immediately. However, therein lies the rub. We lack the manpower to sufficiently survey the area. Well, I'm half a manpower. Would that work? Oh, God. Let me guess, you're gonna follow me too. Called it. Let's hurry up before I get aggro on anything leafy. Axe at the ready. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not gonna do a dancer quest. I've already taken care of the level 60 dancer quest. Next one's at level 63, so I guess I'm just doing warrior and red mage. Anyway. Oh. Hi. He looks unwell. We found him, Throat. We really found him. What are you... These wounds, if he's not treated soon, he won't be telling anyone anything. He's like to bleed out if left unattended. Go and tell Serpent Marshal Brookstone we found him, and if he needs medical assistance before he can be moved. Alright. You sure it's wise I leave you here with an Imperial? He might actually recover enough to... You know what? Never mind. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure I'm worrying over nothing. Where's Serpent Marshal? Do I need to be level... Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. My men have searched high and low, yet there's no sign of this runaway soldier. We found him. He's bleeding out. You found him at Owen's stash? Say no more. Attention, this is Brookstone speaking. Subject has been found at Owen's stash. I repeat, subject is found at Owen's stash. She is severely wounded and in need of medical attention. Okay, everyone should be on their way. Oh, I get healing and whatnot. By our odds, mine should be back right now. Go and see if you can find him. Oh, cool. You actually made it back safely. I was kind of half joking and thought I would have to take care of some combat, but whatever. I'm happy to report we managed to bring it back safely and not a minute too soon. I plan to speak with him shortly after returning, but the healers won't permit anyone to see him until he's settled and the bleeding stopped. Okay. Alright. We'll wait. Lady, this is going in one ear and out the other. Anyway. It seems he's finally fit to speak. Probably won't, though. I don't expect you to be grateful, but I'd like to remind you you likely won't be standing here if we hadn't found you in that cave. Now start talking. What were you doing out there at Bittermill? We were looking for someone, an escapee of one of our facilities. He'd lost his memory and was otherwise mentally unstable, so we knew he couldn't have gotten far. I believe the man you're speaking of is already in our custody. We found him seeking shelter in Bittermill. He claims you captured him, though he cannot recall where. So he returned to Bittermill after all. I guess the past came back to haunt him, even if he can't remember it. Listen, my superiors are not like to show you any leniency. If you tell me everything you know, I will do all of my power to see your life is spared. Do we have a deal? Miss, I may be dressed in their uniform, but you'd be mistaken to believe I owe the Garleans any allegiance. I'll gladly tell you. 20 years ago, a group of prisoners was relocated to Bittermill to assist in the Garleans' more unorthodox experiments. Probably explains the smell we found. They wanted to create a new chemical weapon, one that would leave buildings untouched while killing any and... Oh, yep, that definitely explains the smell. Black Rose, I believe it was called. That's horrible. Their intention was to drive back Eorzean forces without wasting any of their own on the front lines. That name seems kind of important. We might have to remember it for later. Anyway. Of course, they wouldn't know if it really worked without willing volunteers, and what better place than a village that long since abandoned by its people. Not a single prisoner survived. Their test proving resounding success, it was only a matter of time before the Black Rose would be deployed, or so they thought. The surprise of many, the project was shut down before Black Rose could ever be used. The order came from the legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and interim leader of the Alamegan province, Gaius von Balsar. The Black Wolf would not allow the senseless murdering of Eorzea's people. He saw them as future subjects of the Empire to be ruled, not savages to be slaughtered. Everything was to be destroyed, but the man behind the project would not see his work wasted and ran off with the last remaining samples of Black Rose. Is our amnesiac the one who helped create Black Rose? He was promptly apprehended, but he'd already hidden away his work. They used every heinous tool at their disposal to make him talk. Yet he would not, or rather, could not tell him where he hid it. Doctor had already gone mad and couldn't remember a thing. I can only assume one of his experiments went wrong and ruined his mind in the process. Aye, that's him. Grillermaze, former head of research for the 14th Imperial Legion. Oh. Well now. So, it's kind of, has a bit of backstory for something we, see later on in the main scenario. I think we've heard enough. Thank you for your cooperation. What do you think, Rote? Part of me wants to believe it isn't true, but I see no reason why he would lie to us. There has to be some way to substantiate his story. Well, let's see if we can find any Sign of it in Bittermill. Yeah, Black Rose comes up much later on in the main scenario, so, I guess it's kind of good that we took this quest line. I was not expecting it to tie in like that. Let me see. How's my red mage? He's at 61, okay. Alright, let's split up. There has to be something here, and I'm not leaving until we find it. Search Bittermill for evidence. Let's see. Maybe near the building that had the stench of corpses? Probably? Alright, well, nothing around that. Maybe the one that doesn't smell like crap. Ooh, barren soil. I'm almost out of drink. Gonna have to go get a regular drink here in a little bit. That was very good. There's nothing buried here. Where could something be? Oh, another patch. A barren soil. Nothing buried here. It's only 3 buildings here. Not very much to try to find. Oh. It's another player character. Alright, same patch of barren soil I saw earlier. Anything yet? Did I grab this one already? Okay. Ah. I think I missed this one. Your digging reveals a small metal container, though you probably shouldn't touch it. Lieutenant Mokel will want to know what you found. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling that I probably shouldn't touch anything that's in that box. Or the box in general. I found something that had a weird stench to it. It smelled like death. You found something? Yeah, it's a weird looking box. Oh, container. Could it be the missing sample of Black Rose? So he was telling the truth after all. There's no time to be sentimental or hasty. Any mishaps in handling that container could prove disastrous. Let's report back to Serpent Marshal Brookstone. Yeah, let's. Wait a second, I can just teleport. It's not going to aggro everything under the sun trying to get back there? Nah, looks like I'm out of drink. Alright, after this quest, I'm gonna go get a drink. Or this quest line, rather. Oh. Marshall. Lieutenant Mulko reporting, sir. We've discovered the identity of the man we thought to be one of the missing prisoners. He is Grilaramus, former chief of the research for the 14th Imperial Legion who oversaw the manufacturing of a chemical weapon known as Black Rose. After a thorough survey at Bittermill, we discovered what we believe to be a sample of this weapon. We'd like to request assistance in retrieving it. Attention, this is Brookstone. A container we believe to contain a Garlean chemical weapon has been discovered in Bittermill. I need you to get out there and retrieve it immediately. As for the missing prisoners, they were used as test subjects for Black Rose. There were no survivors. Sir, I don't believe we should allow the risk of such a weapon falling into the wrong hands. I agree, Lieutenant. After the weapon has been safely moved to a secure location, rest assured we will see to its disposal. As for Grilaramus, his fate resides with the Council. Considering the weight of his crimes, his punishment will be quite severe. I almost pity the man, but memories know his crimes cannot be excused. Lieutenant Mulko, Throat, you've done well today, and I'm sure you're both quite tired. Go and rest. You've earned it. Actually, I think I'll be heading back to Kugane to write up a report. The events at Bittermill need to be recorded that we might prevent such atrocities from happening again. Wish I could accompany you a while longer, but I'm sure the Great Griffin's bane is needed elsewhere. Please stop calling me that. So I think this is actually the end of that quest line. I'm gonna take the materia, it's worth more. So yeah, I guess that just was the rest of the Ether current quest line that only rewarded stuff that I can sell. Alright. Let me go to my red mage real quick. Yeah, it actually is an improvement. Let me do an item comparison. Yeah, in every way, shape, and form, it's an improvement. Boom. Let's see. Where's the tuck? There it is. Alright, well, that's going to be sold later. Let me check my warriors, see if this is an improvement. It is not. Okay. Alright, so those I can just sell. And I think I will do just that. Merchant and Mender. Buy some stuff for me. There we go. Alright. Now, how about we take care of some job quests? Use some of the money I got from selling that stuff to fund my teleportation trips. Alright, and before I actually do that, I will be right back because I'm getting a drink. See you in a bit. I have returned. There we go. I picked the right overlay. Very good.
Anyway,
Let's go on ahead and improve our angry potato-ness. Wait, why am I doing this? I can just fly over there. Also, I have completely mastered those. Good. Ah, good buddy who kept equipment from me. The fire in his eyes suggests Curious Gorge is getting ready for a fight. Ah, throat, a sight for sore eyes. By the hardened look in yours, I take it you've wasted no effort in honing your axe on the battlefield. My brother and I have seen our fair share of battle as well. Together with the fledgling warriors of the Maelstrom, their training is coming along quite nicely. In fact, our exploits have earned us admirers of sorts. We've recently received an anonymous invitation to participate in battle exercises at the Wolves' Den. I haven't the foggiest idea of who they are, but it would seem that you do. They mentioned you by name and insisted you join the fray as well. Perhaps they wish to settle an old score. In any case, who are we to deny them the opportunity to cower before the might of the warrior's axe? Come, Throat, my brother has prepared a boat for us at Morrowby Dry Docks. If it's a thrashing they crave, let's not hesitate in giving it to them. Yay! I get to bash foreign heads in. God, that sounds kind of bad. Oh, hi. Let's not dally now, Throat. It would be rude to keep our hosts waiting any longer. All right.
Ah, good, you're here. As sure my brother has told you, we've yet to determine the identities of the challengers. Naturally, we've refused at first. Our time would be better spent training the troops. In the end, though, I could not deny their enthusiasm for battle and their desire to display their combat prowess. I took it upon myself to, at the very least, accept. At the very least, I surmise it would prove inspiring to our men. With you at our side, it will prove a most enriching experience for all parties involved. I have not to show off our men of how to wield an axe, but I shall do what I can to aid you with my healing magics. When you've sealed yourself for battle, we may set out to the Wolves' Den.
I'm ready. Oh, hi. I'll do this for cutscenes like this.
Throat garrot, as I live and breathe, it's been too long. Word has it you've grown strong since the Battle of Saltstrand, even mastered the forgotten arts of the warrior. But words are wind. You ready your axe and prove to me why men should fear the bite of your steel. Ah!
All right. Right. There we go. Dash you over the head, and into the side with an axe. Somewhat familiar marauder. Gee, I wonder who it is. Oh, wow. Wow, I just bashed her over the head and down she went. I almost feel bad for her. Come now, is that all you marauders can muster?
So this is the strength of a warrior, the art of battle celebrated in legend. Perhaps if I were a few winters younger, my efforts would have proven more than an availing struggle. You have met and exceeded all expectations.
Ay, pains me to say it, but we're no match for the likes of you. God's help us if the Sahagan ever learned to throw an axe about like that. Oh no, I am so shocked. How could I have not known it was you two?
Indeed, the student has surpassed the master, the guild master, for it was I all along! Ha 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 ha!
Not even a quizzical lift of a brow. Surely our disguises were not as bad as all that. Or do you mean to say you've forgotten the face of your former instructor? Winzoin, by the 12, it is you, and Bromhar. I wasn't expecting to crunch limbs as famed marauders under heel so easily. This was only a warm-up, yes? We've yet to even break a sweat. Oh.
Dorkono, whatever is the matter? Those eyes, she wields the strength of her inner beast.
Oh, God. Oh, no. She swings like a dream.
Brother! Throat, we cannot allow her to leave this pier.
And this is why I like the Stormblood Warrior questline so much. Oh, she resists stuns. Good. Oh, this follows me. Oh, God, ow. Oh boy, pain! Oh, okay, arm's length does not stop that. Good to know. Luckily, I can self-heal. Otherwise, this would be really difficult. Even with Broken Mountain doing the healing for me. My apologies. The will of Karash burns brightly within me. Too brightly.
Karash! I'm quite certain that was the reckless thrashing of one overcome by their inner beast. But that is a phenomenon seldom seen beyond the walls of my village. Who are you, and from where do you hail, friend?
I am Dorgono of the Quell. My home was on the Azim Steppe in the lands far to the east. We are unmatched in the ways of the axe. We are a strong people, at times too strong. There are ones like me consumed by this thing you call the inner beast, the will of Karash. We are the Taken, cursed with an insatiable thirst for violence.
Remarkable. Your people sound not unlike those of my village. Though I suppose it stands to reason the others share this gift. The strength of one's inner beast stems from the primal instinct we are all born with. It's merely a matter of learning to draw it out, a technique we warriors have long since mastered. Yet, you would call it a curse. Have your people not learned to control this power?
The will of Karash, this inner beast, can be controlled. Perhaps it can at least then at last return home. The Taken are sentenced to exile. That is why I traveled west to train further in the way of the axe. If I can overcome this affliction, I may have a chance for redemption.
Well, this is certainly an unexpected turn of events. As our most promising recruit, I wish to see how she might fare against hardened combatants. I never thought she could actually defeat the likes of Curious Gorge. Seems to me further time training under our roof would be a waste. Might you be willing to take her on? Well, we can't very well leave her unattended. If she should succumb to her inner beast, there's no telling what havoc she might wreak. Then I leave her in your capable hands. I'm sure you'll make a fine warrior out of her.
Thank you, sir. I will do anything you ask, even if it means taming this wretched beast. If it means taming this wretched beast within me. I can't believe I lost. How am I to instruct others while I'm still so lacking? Brother, I'm sorry, but I cannot guide her in the way of the warrior when I have stumbled upon myself has stumbled upon the path.
No, let him be. His lack of resolve would only invite hindrances to the task at hand. This is a path he must walk alone. Come, let us go.
Ah, I see. He can't, do it. Anyway.
With my brother engrossed in his own training for the interim, I fear I will be spread too thin overseeing instruction of Maelstrom recruits to give Gono proper guidance. God help us should she be consumed by her inner beast. A worldly adventurer such as yourself no doubt has other pressing obligations, but you are the only one capable of containing Dorgono should the worst come to pass. Do you think it possible you could spare time to assist me in her training?
I guess so.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what I would have done if you refused. Normally we would gather to train at the Wolf's Den, but I believe an exception must be made for Dorgono. Yes, for both our sake and the rest of the Maelstrom recruits. For now, I would give this some thought. Pray return here in a few days' time, and I should have a solution.
So the Stormblood warrior quests are basically we're playing matchmaker for Curious Gorge, essentially. It's a romantic comedy. And that's probably the single best cutscene in the entire warrior quest line. Anyway, let's go to Red Mage. I believe I go to Revenant's Toll for this one. God, doing those voices was tiring. Alright, and now that I'm not doing something for a separate YouTube video... Wait a minute. Give myself a refresher on these two. Throat. Arya, while there were lessons to be learned as I dragged you along on my quest for vengeance, 'tis time I offered a more structured approach to your training. Events are in motion to liberate Alamigo from its oppressors, but I would continue aiding in the struggle from without. There is much I can accomplish beyond the borders of my homeland, and Curtis's daughter already has the support of heroes such as you. It was 2 decades ago that I joined the Revolutionaries. Though our motives were just, it was our actions that ultimately created a breach for the Empire to exploit. My time at the forefront of that stage has ended. To return to it now would only invite confusion and resentment. The Revolution has since become the Resistance, and the right to shape the future of Alamigo now rests in the hands of those who will live at the coming age. No, I shall play my part by nurturing a new generation of Red Mages. I made my mask as the Crimson Duelist, but you will not be bound by my oath. You're free to decide for yourselves how to best employ the skills I teach you. Aye. Now, as for your studies, you are well aware of my proclivity for practical application. Excuse me. We must challenge you with a new frontier, a place where the strong gather in search of adventure. To Idleshire, my friends. Oh, good. We're going back that way. All right, I'll see you guys there in a few seconds. See, I told you it will only take a few seconds. Young Arya has invested in her appearance, it would seem. Doesn't she look the part? Oh, you changed pretty quickly. Right, let's break in that new equipment. There's a hostile organization of goblins known as the Illuminati that making trouble for the people here in Idleshire. The most prominent threat to the populace seems to be the mechanical soldiers controlled by Illuminati aggressors. I say we do the locals a favor by using these clunky contraptions as combat practice. As your battle with Lambard, however, that may be all they amount to, especially for you, Throat. Your master of red magic is such now that I could dare say you could handle a mechanical soldier or two on your own. As for you, Arya, your spells have raw power but lack refinement. I think I would prefer to have you training alongside a partner. I wish to try fighting alone. Please understand, before I began learning magic, I felt like I scarcely existed. But when I work to match you and Throat, when I see myself improving, that's when I feel the most alive. I want not more than to become a full-fledged red mage. I want to stand at your side and fight as your equal. Oh, far be it for me to stop you. Mayhap the perfect way to conquer your difficulties with white magic is to be alone in a situation which offers you little recourse but to rise above them. Both of you should now head towards the Architecton and find your own mechanical foes to overcome. I will be waiting for you here in the Maker's Quarter. So, I'm guessing this story is, Three Musketeers, I think? That's the vibe I'm getting from it. I have not done any of the, Red Mage stuff past, what I've, done for this character. So, yeah, I honestly don't know. Yeah, this job, Ninja and Dancer are 3 of the jobs I have not fully completed on my main character, so I do not know. Yeah, I thought we were heading down that way. on a second. Let me see if my spells are in a position that I feel comfortable with. I'm gonna move you down here. I'm actually gonna put you right there. Okay. Alright, let's see how well I do. Easy. There we are. Yeah, so I feel like I'm a little rusty with Red Mage. That's gonna make doing the end raid stuff for Stormblood interesting. Oh. Oh yeah, I did say the Maker's Quarter. I've come to recognize that confident step. Well done, Throat. Did you happen to spot Arya on your travels? Unless I have sorely overestimated her abilities, I would have expected her to arrive not long ago. After you. Arya did seem intent on proving herself. Pray forget the tortured metaphor, but I have a feeling she may have sliced off more than she could fry. Come, let us seek out our young mage and render aid if need be. Oh, well, it looks like she handled things pretty well on her own. There we go. Throat, I did it. I won. Are you okay? Throat, there you are. Is Arya unharmed? Yeah, she just looks exhausted. My, that is a fair gathering of goblins. From the looks of it, defeating the slot almost took everything she had. Can you walk, my friend? I've never seen you so... Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't look good. Oh! Your hair changed color. You should probably do something about that. Her hair, she's become like Lambard. Stop this, Arya. It's no use. The hunger's taken over. We'll have to knock her senseless. Oh, she, just collapsed. Oh, we did knock her out, okay. I suggest we take her back to Idleshire and let her rest at Rowena's establishment. I only hope she'll be more amenable to discussion when she awakens. And I'm not going to run that far, so I'm just going to go on ahead and teleport back. They've agreed to let us a place where Arya can recover. I'm not overly fond of owing favors to Rowena's consortium, but some days a bad deal is the best one I can get. As you can see, our companion has regained her senses. Mayhap it would be best if you spoke with her. What happened? Did I truly attack you? Gods, why would I do such a thing? I remember defeating that contraption. I remember falling to my knees, exhausted from spellcasting. I remember my thoughts fading away as a roar in my head grew louder and louder, and then nothing. I don't understand what possessed me. Never would I draw my blade on you or Zaroon. This was poor judgment on my part. I should not have tested you so harshly. Listen to me carefully now, Arya. I have seen how battle can exhaust you, but I failed to understand what grim truth such exhaustion presaged. In the moment you say a roaring drowned out your thoughts, the color of your hair changed quite distinctly. We witnessed a similar transformation in Lambard ere he began to feed upon living ether. Lambard was able to employ magics of incredible power, but left him hungering for life force. I believe what you experienced was a surrender to that very same hunger. It cannot be. My erstwhile colleague described how he enacted a change in his physical being. While I suppose it is possible such a ritual was performed upon you as well, he mentioned the process requiring many years. You have many more questions, I'm sure, but for now, you must rest. If this hunger takes hold while your ether is exhausted, then it is even more important that you recuperate from your exertions. And Arya, do not despair that you have lost yourself. After all, you're in perfect control now, are you not? I am. Thank you, Zaroon. Throat, we will seek the cure to Arya's condition. Though I have little knowledge of such forbidden arts, I'm confident that a determined expedition will yield the answers we require. Prepare yourself for another journey. Let me guess, we gotta find the solution out in the Far East. Because Stormblood. Yeah, I see something from one of the areas. Okay, anyway. Wait, what's the name of the quest? Yeah. Gonna be play on words with anything red and related to the color red and blood, probably. Wouldn't be surprised if vampires are involved in any of the quest names. Anyway, now let's advance the main scenario. Oh, that guy looks like Batman. Or, you know, just a wolf. Anyway. Back to Ninja. Ah, here we go. Thilgrid was always Yshtola's domain. I haven't spent much time here, to be honest. Spoke with the Oriange and Thangrid along the way. To say they were surprised by our stratagem would be something of an understatement, but they did not dispute its logic. Itchy nose. Tataru should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Mervib lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You are right, inasmuch as we'll be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves. To say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present Captain Carvelin of the Kraken's Arms? Oh. Hi. You've got a big axe. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you've made a deal with pirates. My nose is really itching. Greetings and salutations, scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement? Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister for her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Ah, but where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you're aware of certain extenuating circumstances. Blah 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 blah. And intent on securing passage to the far east, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from gods-fearing merchants out in the high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's arm may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Oh, what's Tara gonna say? Well, I for one think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir to House Duriande vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives and would pay the Sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide by the capricious whims of fate, I'm willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can only take you far as Kugane in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Tataru. The poor little boy had only seen 14 summers when he left Ishgard. Can you imagine what it must have felt like to finally be free to explore the world, unbeholden to all the stuffy traditions of the Holy See? Such a shame that he never returned home. Without him, the Count de Duriande must look elsewhere for a successor. And the good Lord Janquinard was one step closer to being next in line. Remind me never to cross you. Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed cavorting at the cape and capering at the Forgotten Knights seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making the captain squirm. Hey, I get some gear, I think. Bending, maiming, striking. Well, none of these are going to be good for me. Probably the pants for my warrior. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they're ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. As I say, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Oriange and recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Throat and Lys? Would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Throat! Is that all I am to her anymore? Just another Papalimo? Oh, cool. Cooldown is done. You got here so fast without teleportation, without using the Ethernet is beyond me. Anyway. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? Alright. Ozan! What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask.
We're heading over to Doma. Can you tell us more about it?
That you go to join Yugiri and Gotsetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? Well, we of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial's Viceroy, Witch, and her host of men and Magitech. To think that was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Kyan has become a den for Garlean dogs. Hey Gary, tell us more about your homeland. What? You are for Doma? Heavens, you scions have shown us naught for your kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under the tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation, but when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. Oh. Hey, tell us more about your homeland. You're truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me, I shall aid you in the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land nestled on the eastern coast of Othard. Along with the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Oh. Well, we're gonna change that. Oh, hi. How's Warrior? How's Red Mage? Red Mage has less. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as guardians. But anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? Wasn't all that hard, actually. Or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Yeah, I got a little more tangible evidence and information. Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Give me the fending. Yeah, these are definitely better. Whoop! Oh, cool. I've got the look. I've got the drip. Yeah, let me see real quick. There we go. That looks a lot more purple to me. Right, no point in waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lumensa. Alphino is set to meet at the ferry docks. I think. Alright, back to Limsa. surfeit of sumptuous foods, wondrous sundries, and plenty of clean undergarments. Yes, I do believe we have everything needed for a lengthy voyage. You are returned, Throat. I trust you've learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant Soul. I'm eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed all their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand we're ready to depart. Okay. Deckhand, oh. Bracken's arms, deckhand. Hi.
All set, lad. I'll see you to the ship if so.
Yes. Oh, good. We're traveling in misery.
"12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late."
Urianger, tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
You might want to do that in the comfort of your own chambers, Urian. Anyway.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
Huh, I was actually kind of close with his voice.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
And away we go! What is going through your mind, Urianger? Ooh, that's a pretty lady on the map there. I hope nothing bad happens as we approach her.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, It would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Thank you. I'll be sure to shank your ankles last.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Ooh, well, I get to put my knives to work? I'll be more than happy to assist you. There we go. Wait, are we underwater or... No. Weird wind. How? Huh. Didn't expect to see another person here. Ah. You look very tribal. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No, as the man said, despite the absence of the wind and current, the misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lad saw. Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive and adjective, for example. Smartass. Seawolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things which he is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Preposterous! Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse, to let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. Cool. Okay. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it while we venture forth to deal with the cause of our troubles. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. Oh, is it the dungeon? It is the dungeon! The siren song C! And because I started the Stormblood stuff so late into Endwalker, we have duty support. So I'm very tempted to do this with duty support. Also, hey. Hey, Alice, samesies. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna be doing this as ninja. Party of NPCs. And look! our marauder friend here is gonna be the tank. Because he has the axe. Unfortunately, we don't get ally say. We only get ally say if we do this as a tank or healer, and I am no healer, unfortunately. Or fortunately, for that matter, but yeah. I think I will be doing this as a ninja. Commence. The siren song sea. Ah! Well, these are the things. I always found this dungeon reminiscent of the ship graveyard in Final Fantasy V. Toward the beginning of the game. Alright. Let's go!
Take this!
There we go, reset that.
Here it comes!
Whoosh. Yeah, you guys can go after that one. Me, I'm gonna go after this one. Zap!
No quarter!
Take this!
Oh, cooldown on Feint hasn't come up yet. Oh well. And along came Zeus. Me first, me first, me first. I'm king of the world. Remember, don't attack the shell.
Focus. Release.
Zap. I wanted to use something different besides the lightning bolt all the time. Ooh, is this our boss? Nah, it's just a regular enemy. Oh, you've got some cohorts with you. Oh, that's my spear boss over there. Alright, I forgot I had this. Forgot I had Doton.
I hope you like it.
Dinner and a movie first, pal.
Here it comes.
Yep.
Focus. Release.
I don't know why I did that. Oh well, a ghost. You doing okay, Alphino? You not gonna wet your pants or anything? I know how scared you are at stuff like this. Anyway, let's go. Oh god! Not the suck, anything but the suck.
Feel the might of the Kraken.
Take this!
Oh god! Put one of these up.
Here it comes!
Nice. All fight and no fright. Ah. Looks like vision is clear now. Ah, so that's the thing that was calling us, I guess. Oops, that's too far away. Oh! A ghost ship. Quite literally. I probably should have used Doton. Oh well. There we are. Right, I gotta do that. There we go. that one. I should have done Doton, which I think I will do now. A poof. Ooh, I did not know Doton also inflicted heavy. Ooh, another treasure chest. I shall claim. Mine. Aha, we have boarded the ghost ship. Now let's kill all of the ghost crew, so we can get all of the ghost treasure and woo all of the ghost ladies. Oh god, I'm burning. Perfect for Doton. You guys might want to get out. Okay. Fine, I'll do that. That was the wrong button combination. Ow. Oh god. Ah, I did it that. I got a bunny friend, which I should never be getting. Might want to get out of the way, Lise.
Away with you!
Oh, I just realized his name is the Governor. Son of a bitch. Up.
I hope you like
Here it comes!
I go into the shadows of my own volition, not by someone else's magic. Yep. There we go. Ghost Baroque gauntlets of aiming. Okay, my AoE combo extends Huton. That's good. Zip! Oh, dang it. Go. Right there. Where everyone is getting hit by it. I don't know why I did Huton.
Focus. Release.
Another of slaying thing. I have no plans of picking up a job that needs that type of armor, so it's definitely getting sold.
Away with you.
Dang it. I was trying to refresh it to max before continuing. Does Baroque Choker of healing? They are. Now you're taking a lot of damage.
Away with you.
Yep.
Away with you.
Thank you there. Thank you for interrupting that. I did not want to be seduced by a ghost. And now here we are at the boss. Oh, looks like it was a siren. Oh, Lorelei. Why do I hear sticks playing all of a sudden? Father and I, let's live together. Ooh, barely. Good.
I hope you like it.
I told you, dinner and a movie first. Retreat. Oh God, I'm burning, pain, ow. Son of a gun. Ow. Okay, I'm good. Alright, so I'm still only using one shuriken for that. There we go.
This one's for you, Ada.
Yay, I leveled up again. Wait. Oh, cool. Suddenly the weather's clear. Yay! We restored the natural order. Hellfrog Medium. Deals fire damage with the potency of 160 to target and all nearby it. Ninki Gauge. You acquired Shuiko. Ninki Gauge. Displays the current amount of Ninki a ninja has accumulated. Slowly builds inside a ninja body when certain weapon skills are performed and can be used to execute special ninjutsu such as Hellfrog Medium and Balaclava. Okay. Ninki 5. Okay. So it looks like I'm just gonna have to do like 10 of these to initiate a flamethrower. Alright, cool. Let me get my gear. Ooh. I get a song. Oh, and I get an axe. Stroker of aiming, I'm at 270. I don't need any of this stuff.
That appears to be the last of them.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
Is that Xenos' voice actor?
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
And we're on our way again. With the siren slain, we'll have to update the map. But also, we're heading to Kugane at long last.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane.
Welcome to our new city hub. We'll be here for a few streams.
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma.
That Garlean eyesore.
All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
We have made it! Ooh, they've got falcons here. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for unforeseen difficulties what befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Oh, the appreciation was all mine. I'm gonna get the casters. Incidentally speaking, are these actually better than what I have equipped? They're high quality, so yeah. By default, they are. Oh, God. Put that back on, please. Thank you. Despite traveling halfway around the world, Alphino is in no mood to take in the sights. Really? We can do a bit of sightseeing. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvelin, I realize you pledged to only take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. Captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Kotsetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Oh, I bet you did. Captain Carvelian, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. With that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world to deliver you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Right then, to the hostelry. After you. Ah. Oh, more cutscene. There are fish people.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Already I don't like you.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugane is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Dubious, but we don't have much of a choice now, do we? We're a long way from home. We'll need all the help we can get.
And you must be Throatgirded, slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, stealer of pants.
Some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed.
What? Me? Me, stealer of pants? What? No!
I only steal the pants of the ones that I'm trying to get into.
I knew it. May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, good sir. I just know you and I are gonna get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you would be so good as to follow me.
Better keep a robe around those feet, around those ankles of yours at all times. If I see one sparkling of skin, I cannot promise where these knives of mine will go. For you see, they're a little beyond my control at times.
Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Ten Koto. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Aetheryte which stands over yonder. Ah, I see. The design is markedly different from those of Charlian, yet I trust its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar. Wonders never cease. Far Eastern Aetheryte technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. Attune if you like. Okay.
Give me the suck!
Ah, perfect.
Also, I got a new axe. It's not as good as the axe I got, though. Looks like all this I can just sell. I have no need for it. Alright. Unfortunately, I will be ending off today, right here. We'll be able to continue exploring Kugane next time. But in the meantime, I'm going to stop the recording on my end. And sign off. Alright, so I'm probably... Yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and not stream tomorrow. I will stream Saturday, and it's going to be more Pokemon. So look forward to that. We'll continue the Indigo Disc DLC. And this I will pick up next week. Probably, hopefully sometime early in the week. Probably Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, that's going to do it. This is the second to last stream of the year. The stream is going to be on Saturday. And then next year, my first stream back will be Final Fantasy XIV. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Take it easy.